It's so sexy too, you know. But really, when you think about it, you know, knowledge is power. Information, knowing where to get information. And I used to say that when I ran my IT company was that I don't have to know how to fix your computer. I have to know who in my company can fix your computer.
There you go.
That's what you need to know. And that's, I think, where power is. You don't have to know it all. You just have to have the best resources to information and who can get that for you. So it is really powerful.
I get the feeling you were laughing at my librarian.
I know, no. Well, you know, we have a stereotype, and you've really challenged us to think about that. You know, I mean, you should have a bun, and you know, be very, you know, not wear stilettos. And I know you do. I've been shopping with you in New York, and she walked in jeans and stilettos the whole day. I mean,
can I show you?
The woman does know a pair of shoes. I'm telling you. I tell you. So, how did you end up starting your own company? How did that happen?
That is a real epiphany. I was doing fine. I was making lots of money, having a great time. And then I decided I really should start my own company, because if I don't, I worry I'm going to get old one day and kick myself that I never even try. Not even try is a crime to
What
me.
was the driver that made you want to be an entrepreneur and start your own company?
I wanted to prove it that I can really do this. I've done it for companies. I want to know if I could do it myself. And I think the fear of failure is usually the key to hold people back. And I have no fear. I really, I have actually no fear. I love it. If anything were to happen, big deal. I can go back and do what I did before.
Do what you did before.
Not a big deal.
So you started with a sense of confidence. You started with a sense of curiosity. Something inside you said you wanted to start your own company. So was there any fear, trepidation? There was fear of not doing it.
Okay.
I think the fear of not doing it. Did you catch that? We always like to stop and say, wait a minute, when we learn something powerful, listen to yourself. Is the fear of not doing something that you feel called to do so powerful that to stay in the safety zone that you really need? I mean, because you've got everything. I mean, you've got the perfect life. You're married to a doctor now. You've got a family. You're making lots of money. You enjoy what you're doing. And this was pulling you over here. What do you think that was pulling you over here?
I think knowing my ability that I can do more than just this, and not trying, it's a crime. I really think so. But my husband, on the other hand, you know, doctors are not trained to take wild steps. Doctors, they're
I don't want my doctor, when I'm out cold on the doctor, I don't want him to take risks. I really want him to do the really good traditional stuff. So that's probably good training for a doctor.
I think so.
You know?
I think so. Doctors are not trained to take risk and says, oh, this drug is brand new, let's try that. They don't. If this drug has been around for 20 years, that they proven with very minimum side effects, everybody use it. So when I run this idea by my husband, he said, you know, life is good. Why are we doing this? You know, this is really, I'm happy with what we have right now. You know, things are good. Maybe we shouldn't do that. I said, no, I really want to do this because you don't know. I want to know, what can I do? If I never tried it, I would kick myself, and I probably would kick you too. So I said, let's not do that. And it turned out that, and he thought about it, he came back to me and says, Michelle, if anybody can do it, it'll be you. It'll be you. You should definitely do it. So I quit my job, started the business in my basement, 1997.
It's incredible. And you started, so it was just you.
Just me.
In your basement. And how many employees do you have today?
1,700 today.
That's quite an impressive accomplishment that what you've done since 1997 to today. So I kind of tend to agree with you. If you set your mind to it, I think if you tell me to do something, I will do it, because I know you're going to make me do it anyway. But I think that that's an incredible trait. So tell me about the first thing you did, and and is your company today what you thought it was going to be with what you started?
I think big. I love big things. I like everything big I like. So I had a big picture of what I wanted to do, but all I know is library. So I know that I wanted to be a good company that people love to come and work because I enjoy my work. So I want people to enjoy what they do. So so when I started the company, we were selling libraries like crazy. So people are still buying, still buying. It's the very first contract, very difficult for me to get. People, you don't have any experience that I can trace back to your company. So I would go sell to this agency called Department of Health and Human Services, Office of General Counsel. So I would go visit them. I would sell. I would say, this law office of yours really need a law library, and this is what I can do. So it was Mr. Watts, Mr. Don Watts, and his boss, Mr. David Cade. I would go see them all the time. And I continued to sell. It never stopped me until one day Mr. Watts says, okay, Michelle, I think we're done. I said, oh, no, I'm not done. Mr. Watts says, I think we are going to contract with you. If you don't stop, I don't think we can continue. It was the persistence that I continued to go visit him, continued to go convince him. So we got our first contract with the Department of...
That's amazing. So it was tenacity. Tenacity. And convincing somebody you knew they had a need. They didn't know they had this need, but you were convinced that they had this need and you were going to fill it.
Until today, 2010, they're still my customer. So it was wonderful.
That's amazing. That is really incredible. Now, we know that when we started our discussion, you were not an American citizen. Do you have to be an American citizen to offer contract services to the government? And did you change that?
I became a citizen after I had my green cards through a process of, I came here legally and I changed my student visa to a working visa to a permanent resident to a citizenship. So in my business, I have to. And because we have secret clearance for the company, so the owner of the company has to be a citizen. So I'm the only country that I belong to right now is the United States.
So you are an American citizen.
Proud
I thought we
to
needed
be
to make
one.
sure we made that clear
Yes.
because I think for people who are looking to start business, I think that's really an important thing to do. So you're working in your basement. You get your first contract based on tenacity. And begging. I don't think you're the begging type. You sound more like you're telling them type. But I don't think that's unreasonable. I mean, you really saw that that was something that they needed to do, and they wouldn't still be doing it today if they wouldn't need to be doing it. So what was the next step that you took? Because I think your business is fascinating, all of the service sectors that you provide. So what was the next thing that happened?
What happened was we do library services, and you really don't think library is anything important. So. But we took it so seriously. If it's a librarian, if it's a library technician, if it's an information specialist, we took it very seriously. I go in and make sure that they're happy, they're doing well, that you feel like you're getting your money's worth. By doing quality services, people start asking us for crazy things. Says, Michelle, do you do human resources, human capital? Can you hire me a classifier for HR? Well, heck, I don't know anything about that. So I said, absolutely, I'm sure I can find someone. The answer is yes, I can do it. So we start doing different things, and people ask you for different things. So until they start asking us for medical services, they said, can you hire me a nurse? Can you hire me a doctor? We said, well, hold on a minute. Because when you hire a physician, you need to have professional liability insurance for malpractice, for all kinds of things. So we started to say, okay, let's stop for a minute and pause and get our infrastructure together, because I cannot have my doctor practicing out there without malpractice insurance. So things started to happen because we were doing great work. Our reputation started to get out. And when opportunity really knocks is when you need to be ready. And it did not. Yeah.